did not mean to do that.
Hmm?
I did
Are
not.
you live already?
Yeah, I'm live right now. I did not mean to start it like I did, but I started it.
Okay.
Because I was gonna I was gonna try to figure out how to do this wheel thing first before I went live, but apparently I clicked the wrong button. Booting. I clicked the wrong booting, and
Okay. You can learn on live.
I figured I'm gonna have to do screen capture application. Wheel of name. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna have to do. Game capture. Let me go ahead and close that. Come on. There we go. All right.
Yay.
Let me know if y'all are watching. I still got Elder Scrolls loading in the background, downloading in the background. But if it ain't land on MMO Day, then I guess I won't need to. So to explain this for anyone who watches this and to whoever watches it later or sees it later, so this is my wheel. Xbox not on here, but if it was, Xbox would be. Though I could start it with Xbox being up here since it's something new. What y'all think?
I mean, you could add it on there.
So I'll go ahead and add it. This will start the new thing. So I'm going to go ahead and add this. I'm going to go ahead and add Xbox. So I usually don't stream Monday. I wanted at least 6 categories. Of course, as you know, we become more popular. If you're watching this, can add more categories. But for now, we got I Hate Myself, which is basically rage-inducing games. Xbox, Epic Games, and Steam. I downloaded the games alphabetically, so starting from A and down. Any game I haven't beat, I will randomly play. Genshin Impact, obviously, is Genshin Impact. And MMO is any MMO that I have currently. So, like Warframe, Destiny, Elder Scrolls, the works. So, that's what this is. So, who wants to place bets on what it's going to land on? I think it's going to land on I Hate Myself.
I feel like it will be too.
Got 2 I Hate Myself. All right, what do you got, Kylie?
I will just expect the what the Destiny have to say.
The Destiny will. Yeah. No, pick one for real. Pick one.
Big one. Genshin.
Oh, we got a Genshin. Oh, okay. Let's see what we get. It's gonna be Genshin. Watch. I slightly hate you right now. Good thing I updated it. All right. So if I click remove, will it remove it from the list? Yes, it will. Cool. Cool. And then there it is, so people can see it. Genshin
Oh,
Impact results. And then, you
I
know, it's
say Genshin because you always say I don't want to stream Genshin.
that's why I waited a minute and like went quiet. Like I hate you right now. But yeah, see, like the cool part is if I close that and I open it, I gotta say I forgot to bookmark that. Whoops. But if I close it and then reopen it, let me find it again. It saves what I did. I think we'll make sure though. I need to bookmark it, so I have to hunt for that. See? Then you got the other ones. I don't think it saves the results though. So yeah. Alright. I'm gonna blind this because I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna open up looking for a game. I already know what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna try saving this, like logging into Google and see what happens. I don't want to show that information. Like if I save it. Okay, so you can actually save as many wheels as you want. Cool. Okay, so yeah. So this is the picking wheel. And since I didn't save it before, yeah, it already removed Genshin. So let me want to do something too. Go ahead and close that. Add this wheel. Save this on my home screen. Perfect, perfect. Okay, cool. Alright, well, it's Genshin Impact. Let me turn Elder Scrolls off. Turn it off. Oh look, Windows has an update. That explains why I was lagging earlier. Turn off that.
The stream is working, right?
Yeah, I have it saved. I'm looking at game for capture. I don't have.
Yeah, it shows game to capture.
Yeah, I don't have Genshin loaded yet. I was doing something real quick. I didn't want people to see my login for that one game. I mean my thing. It should. Let me know if it doesn't pull up Genshin. I think I might have to do screen capture with this one too. I can't remember. Oh god, I gotta re-accept terms. Ew. Checking for updates. Oh yeah, I gotta download that real quick. Can y'all hear it? I think I have to do screen capture. Capture specific window picture? Window? Yeah. No? It's trying to find it. It's trying to grab it. Let me delete this. I always have trouble with Genshin Impact. This is the main reason I don't like to stream it. Can y'all hear it?
Honestly, my
I do hear it.
Okay. I might have to do screen capture then. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do screen capture. Because it's not... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do screen capture for this because it's not... Yeah. Can you at least still hear it though? Is the main thing with screen capture I worry about.
I still hear it and I can actually see it now.
Yeah, okay. I had to switch it to screen capture because for some reason game capture never works for this. I don't understand why. See? It just says gaming, looking for a game capture. I don't understand that with Genshin Impact. You'd think with it being such a popular game.
Destiny 2 is actually the same way.
Is it? I don't think I had that problem with Destiny 2, but then again I haven't streamed it.
Yeah, every time I ever streamed Destiny 2 through Streamlabs, I had to use screen capture because it would never capture it.
Well, that's good information to know for future efforts. Well, a little background on my Genshin Impact save file. I played the shit out this game. I got bored with it because it seems to be the same shit over and over and over again. And usually when I play it, I powerhouse through everything really, really fast because this game's a joke. Before you say it, I have it on the hardest difficulty there is. I wish there was a higher one because I'd fucking have it. The only things I can't fully do yet is the abyssal dungeon stuff. What is that? I think it's called abyssal. Because I don't have two full solid teams, but I can get up to floor 12 before I start to lose with the teams I currently have. I just don't feel the need to put time into this game as much as I used to. But they added some new content, so I guess I should get on and do it, I guess. Guess this will give me a reason to do it, I should say. Oh, I forgot to change the actual stream when I'm streaming. Instead of just chatting now that I got the game. For anyone that's curious. There you go, Genshin Impact. Of course, I never streamed this. I don't think I've streamed this before. I think I recorded it more than anything. So if you want to check that out, look on YouTube.
You tried to stream one day and your power went out.
Oh yeah, that's right. The storm cut my power out until like 5 in the morning. I did forget that. I did try to do it one day. I gotta go check my damn house area before I do anything. Visit the Shrine of Power once again. Oh no. Yeah, I have a bajillion quests to do because I haven't been on here. Oh yeah. Escape. I got mail. I should have Prima Gems. Do I have them? Yes, I do. Woo! Free Prima Gems! Vision highlights. No one cares about that. Let's see. Time of passage. I ain't even been on. My Prima Gems.
How's it going, good?
Let's go.
Hello.
What's up, good chan?
Oh, you gonna hang out with Amber?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out with Amber.
Cool.
Oh, it's him again. And Klee. There's supposed to be a new tier 4 to 4. This guy, I think. Let's see how shit he is. Elemental skill deals immune damage based on a number of blah 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 stacks possessed. He can obtain more blah stacks via charging the skill or by triggering a swirly action. When 4 stacks are possessed, the conviction effect will be produced, which will further increase elemental skill damage, also increasing its AoE. Let's use elemental burst, unleashes some bullshit, and some more bullshit. Okay, whatever. Oh, he's a melee unit? I think he just became my new favorite one. Or is he Catalyst? Oh, he's Catalyst. That's gay!
Yeah, but he is his fist.
It doesn't matter. He uses a Catalyst. Makes him crap. He's a monk that uses his fist, but uses his Catalyst to cast spells. That's dumb.
Keep it
Better-
running. No way, he has a color. Maybe they was
We're gonna remember how to play
lazy to do
this.
a new.
They're probably lazy. They're running out of ideas to make the characters cool. That's all this is. I mean, he's good, but he's not good for me. Because I mean, his damage is crap. I need my cleat. Still ain't got her. Still a little jealous about that. I wanna go fish bombing.
Yeah.
What do you mean fish bombing?
Oh, Klee goes fishing and throws bombs into the water. She's like
Fish blasting.
fish blasting, yeah. She's like a super fucking explosive unit. They make jokes about her throwing nukes. See? Oh, those are bombs.
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
Yeah. Yeah, bombs, yeah, more bombs.
Yee.
See all the missiles and shit. But she fish blast.
I mean, I can understand why now.
This guy is kind of lame. He's good, but he's lame.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Come on, we can do it.
Fallen leaves adorn my night, one with nature.
See what I mean? He's kind of lame. He's good, but he's lame. All he does is fly up in the air and land down on the ground. It's kind of boring. But I still want him because I'm a masochist. Yay, more hangout bullshit that I don't need. I got all these stories to do. So great, right?
Yeah.
I have all these unlocked, except for I think 2 of these now. Yeah. All of them are unlocked, and I don't want to do them. Oh, I got so much to do, so little time. I really don't have a lot much to do. Oh yeah, Rabbit,
I
you
got
ever
it.
seen this?
There was a
I got
glorious
lots to do.
kingdom established among the heavens. From that kingdom came a crowned heir, tasked with seeking out the Genesis Pearl from the kingdom of darkness.
This is how they introduced the Battle
first
Pass.
crowned heir began her journey of seeking the pearl. But she was deceived, and the memory of her noble origins faded. She now believed that she was the queen of the kingdom of darkness. But take heart. A second crowned heir had already taken up the path where the first had stumbled. This is the story of your journey, of your tale to be told.
I don't understand how that relates to the Battle Pass at all, but sure. Yeah, same weapons all day, every day, sure. Time to go to my teapot. I forgot how to summon that damn thing. There it is. My amazing teapot.
This realm is...
I heard you got new blueprints, so let me buy them from you. Yeah, before you ask, I own everything here. Why? Because I can.
If you ever have...
Oh look, my fish are in here. Not my pretty fish. I love my fishy fish. Dun 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 dun. Was that new? That's so stupid. Why is that even a thing?
The new thing in the book.
Do what? There's a new thing in the book? I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know
you
book.
saw that?
My book's gone. Alright, I got some summons. Who should I try on? Should I try to get some Klee or should I try to get this guy?
You say you want her.
Yeah, but we both know I wouldn't use her. Yeah, let's just say my preliminaries. Let's just say my preliminaries.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get lucky and get something that actually. Maybe they'll add a plant-based character that I want.
True.
I'm still waiting on those characters. This is my beautiful garden area. Alright. Let's do some questing. Oh, I still gotta do my dailies. Let's go do that. You have a mission at the Adventurers Guild yet again. Yay!
Ooh.
I already got the side quest from this, so I don't really need these guys, this bitch anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, it took forever to get the side quest. But I finally got it. Oh god, I'm gonna get a cutscene. I'm gonna nope, I can turn around. Yes. He's over here. This is the place. How many times have you done this quest? Too many times. I know. Thank you for my easy reward. You get on Daddy. I mean, Zhongli. I did promise him Amber. I should probably get Amber out, right?
Duh.
She is not leveled at all. She is far from leveled. Gib likes Amber. That's a joke, I think. Or is it a joke? I can't tell with him.
She's the finest character they've ever released.
You know what? Just for you, Gib. Just for you. Just to torment myself more than I need to. I will place you Jin with her, with Amber the Almighty.
Outrider Amber, reporting.
I'm sure the Kamisato clan will be fine.
Do I even have gear for her? Nope. Weapon? No, at least she has a decent weapon. I don't have shit for her. Huh, well then. Oops.
Wine tastes the same as I remember.
Can I extend her at least? Oh yeah, I can extend her. That's good. Right?
At this speed, no one can keep up.
Oh god, I shouldn't use her. This is gonna go badly.
Would you level up her for?
Forgive? Yes, I will level, I will level her up for Gib Chan.
Oh.
I will get her. I will level her up just for Gib.
Good, because you're missing out on some of the finest gaming you've ever done on here.
Sure. We'll go with that. Do I even have the noble set? No. I need to get
Especially
the
when
noble
you set
noble
yourself
set.
on fire.
Yeah, I know. I need to get the noble set. That's what I need to do. Oh yeah, commissions. That's right. And then I gotta do bounties. Weeklies. That I ain't done in a while. Shut up, thing. Emergency! Defeat the 2 rune machines.
Solidify! I will have order.
Wheel of life.
Amber, go! Save me!
I
Shut up.
think I have one more dice
Will be
left.
mine. Beg for mercy.
One more what?
One more collectible dice to get on the stupid game. I'm all 260, I think.
Nice, I think.
Yes, because you get 35% bonus loot find once I find this last one.
You know, I just noticed they made it where it actually shows you how much you're picking up. That's cool. You can do it, Gib. Do you still play
Probably like
Genshin, or
40.
do you quit?
I mean, I have it installed still. I just haven't been on it forever.
He's trying to hit numlock to auto run because I played too much Conan.
Oh. Bless you.
Thank you.
Because I still have some to find somewhere.
Orders given. Orders received. Shudder.
Solidify! Order guide you.
Beg for mercy. Hey! Shudder.
Yeah. Okay, where's the last one? That's where my bounty
See?
is.
Amber is doing everything alone.
Yeah, she's soloing everything. Totally. So amazing. It's gotta be north. Did I already beat all the commissions? No, I ain't beat all the commissions.
Maybe
Stop,
you
Lucy. No, there's still one more. Just knowing me, it's probably fucking in Leeway. Because they can spawn. I have it set where they can spawn
did. No,
anywhere.
there it is.
Where?
It's in the Kukamlan, the pearls.
Oh, I see
one.
it now. Yeah, I have it set where they're supposed to spawn everywhere. Like, you're supposed to be able to get commissions everywhere, but for some reason, they just keep spawning in Inazuma. Is this where I can kill myself? I think this is where I can kill myself.
Yeah. You went to the bounty.
It is. Nope, never mind. I can't blow myself up here. Damn.
Stabilize.
I got excited for no reason.
Go, Baron! Crush! Blood of Frost! Shudder! Rack and Ruin!
Gather. This is order.
Let it rain! Sacred name. Fortune Preserver. Crush!
How dare you get cured?
Vengeance will be mine. Beg for
Vengeance
mercy.
will be mine. I'm deliberately letting
I
him get
can
cured
do you.
to make this more challenging. It's not like I need reputation. I was maxed pretty quickly when it came to all of those. All that stuff. This is my house music. So glad I got it. Oh. I had to change Amber out for a minute, sorry.
Absorption test.
Nope.
Stand clear.
Missed. So hard, so hard. That's some really hard missions right there.
Oh, that's all you need to do.
Yeah.
At the ready.
Oh yeah. Something new with this handbook. Is that what you said? In battles. Really? I didn't do this one? Are you kidding me? I completely forgot about these stupid things.
Oh yeah, I didn't do it
It's raining. Get 'em.
either.
I forgot all about these dumb battles. Frozen? That's the one I need to do? Sure. I thought I did them all.
I did a few and then was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just boring.
Let the show begin.
Dodge this. Cool it.
Go, Barbara.
Dodge this.
I'll protect us.
Cool it. Freeze.
They're not hard, they're just stupid.
Yeah, it's like a 9.
Chapter 1 should be done.
Yay.
Chapter 2. Oh, let me just do all these stupid trials. I didn't know I had to do them all.
Yeah.
Crystallization's even dumber. But yeah, I know how to do it all. Crystallization's my specialty.
Yeah.
How many times block damage with crystallization? Cool.
Dodge this.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire.
Don't waste my time.
Beat me up. Oh.
Cool it.
It's not.
Dodge this.
Don't waste my time.
There we go.
Give up.
Cool it.
Yeah, cool it.
Get them.
Boba, get him.
Don't waste my time.
It's done.
Oh, so sorry.
Submit.
And done.
Yeah.
The swirl's the easiest one to do. Not gonna lie. Ooh, I get Surcross to do this with. That's even easier. Let me guess. Oh, look at that. Trigger. Good God.
Nice and spicy.
Burn them all.
Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Absorption test. Stand clear. That's not right. Out of the frying pan, into the Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal test 6308.
Freeze!
Nice and spicy. Stand clear.
There we go.
Don't get frostbite.
And done. Takes care of all that. Shouldn't have to do that now. Damn it. Chapter 2 is done. Chapter 3 is done. You bitch! Really? Animal character other than Travelers of Phase 4. That's douchey.
I feel like running.
Which character do I have the closest to Phase 4 then? That's Animo.
Maybe
I think it's Sucrose.
Sucrose?
Yeah, it's Sucrose, whatever.
Because you don't have or like Jean, right?
Oh, I have Jean, I just don't like her. See? Boop. Already have.
She's no Amber.
I already have my primary healer. Let me see something here. Oh no, I lost a
you're
viewer.
really close.
I lost a viewer after I said I don't like Jean.
Oh no.
I mean, to each their own. I don't like her. She's never been my my forte. Yeah, I have a lot of shit.
Recently, during my experiments,
What was that? Was that phase 4? What phase was that?
I guess.
Yep, phase 4. Well, that's done already.
Yay.
That was quick. Yeah, my handbooks are like fully maxed. Each one of them.
Jean
Oh,
will be
that was a joke. Anything
if
else?
she catches us lazing around like this.
Oh, you had these.
Hmm?
You came back after a while.
This I always have this. It never goes away.
Because you always leave for a long time.
I guess.
These last like 11 days and then disappear.
Cooking ASMR for you. I don't do this one because I don't have the circle the petals. A lot of them I need to get more petals.
Yeah.
It's not like you can grow them. I need just 2 dishes I don't have. Those petals for. Oh wait, no. This one I need that stupid ass fish meat, but then you can't buy it anywhere. Essentially, I have every recipe basically maxed out.
Because why not?
Because why not? I'm gonna do it one more time. And that will be the weekly. Weekly's done.
Yay.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra Abyssal.
Dispatch. Woohoo! Get out there, Amber.
Don't you be talking to the best character in the game like that.
Shut up, Amber. Oh, I mean, hey, Gib.
It's not. You're not playing drunken over there.
Too bad there isn't a drunken boxing character in here. That'd be awesome if that was the case. That actually made me super happy. If there was. Let's go beat up some bosses. I don't know if you've seen the bosses, Rabbit.
I've seen 1 or 2 of them.
Apparently you're playing laser beam game. Pew pew pew! Whoop his ass. I should probably change Amber out for this.
Let's get this show on the road.
Maybe.
I changed her out.
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Cowering already? You've made some progress. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Observe! Shudder!
All you do is
Stabilize.
Blood fly!
Something else
Observe!
catch your eye?
Crush!
Your turn.
Eye for an eye! Life goes on.
Beat him up, Chi-Chi!
No use hiding back there.
Whoop his ass! The only reason to fight this boss right here, this cutscene.
The awesome cut.
The best cutscene in the game, by far. Tell me I'm wrong.
Your strength is praiseworthy.
Tell me I'm wrong that this ain't the best cutscene in game.
You're
I
wrong.
remember the first time I saw it, I was like, ah!
The first time I saw this, I think it was recorded on YouTube, just fucking getting hyped. It's like, fucking yes! This is awesome!
And then the fight, and it was like, oh.
Then I fought him and it was really sad because he was weak. So menacing, best fight scene ever.
Gather.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core. Crush. I condemn you.
Bye.
The best music is the Geodo boss.
The Geo boss?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It probably has the best music in this game. And yes, I kill all these bosses pretty quickly.
Because the Shogun music is cool, but I don't know.
Well, here's another boss for you, Rabbit. I don't think you've seen. And yes, I have them organized from shortest to highest. Tallest to shortest.
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice?
I will have order.
Observe! Strike is one! Wheel of life.
Solidify.
Crush!
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this boss before. You know.
I'm just teasing the hell out of the fire right now.
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors!
Stabilize.
Observe!
Solidify. Quake.
Oh, but I really like the music of this one.
Do what?
I really like the music of this fight.
Oh, I'm cheesing this fight, by the way. That's why I don't have to get the crystal. See?
I never tried that.
Gather.
Shudder! And step! Opening box of Adepti-Trix. Beg for mercy. Flood of frost. Shudder! Eye for an eye.
My skill
Embrace
missed.
the searing reckoning.
I don't understand why it missed, but it missed.
Unleash. Your grand finale.
This is order.
Weird.
Gather.
Crush. Rise. Beg for mercy. Observe. I condemn you.
Stabilize.
All must burn. Embrace your searing reckoning.
Solidify.
Go. Observe. Shudder. Vengeance will be mine. Beg for mercy.
Stabilize.
Crush. Eye for an eye. I never asked for redemption.
Bitch.
Never.
I think the easiest fight in this entire game is fighting the fucking Storm Terror.
Oh,
I can beat that boss in like one fell swoop. Like I can fart on it and kill it. It's a joke.
cool. I need 2 times to kill it.
Too bad it's a solo dungeon.
Mm.
This is the Raiden Shogun. I don't think you've seen this one yet, Rabbit. This is my favorite fight in the entire game. Cutscene wise, it's child, but this one is the best fight, one of the hardest fights in the game.
Solidify.
Shut up.
Bitch.
This world, a fleeting shadow goes on.
Weak.
Be gone.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Illusions are but distractions. Observe.
Solidify.
Break a leg. Surprise. Beg for mercy. Your verdict is decided. Pathetic. Rack and ruin. This bond is eternal. Follow my pain. Fortune preserver. Beg for mercy. Perish. And step.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Blood of frost. Shudder. Witness. Beg for mercy. Final calamity.
Owie.
More speed.
How dare you kill Daddy?
Flags up. Observe. Go.
You killed Daddy.
Faster.
I don't appreciate it.
Eternity is in my hand.
Solidify.
Strike is one. Vengeance will be mine. Shudder. There is no escape. Crush.
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Break a leg. Opening box of Adepti-Trix. Shudder. Freeze to the core. Crush. Pathetic. I condemn you. Absurd. Strike dead. And leap. Wheel of life. Inferior. The eye sweeps the land. And leap.
Solidify.
Beg for mercy. Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Stabilize.
Observe. Rise. This body is eternal.
How much she transforms and the music gets more and more intense as she transforms.
I will have
Yes.
order. Solidify.
I mean, I know there's special characters I could use that would make this easier for me, but why make it easier when I'm trying to enjoy it?
Inferior. Vengeance will be mine.
Like Hu Tao.
Yeah, the Tao would murder the shit out of her. She's done it before.
Witness. Final calamity.
Stabilize.
Black fly.
She's dead. I love it. It's not like it really matters. I can just revive myself immediately and cure myself completely. I have enough food. I can also eat food and make this even more overpowered. I mean, make my character even more overpowered if I really wanted to.
Crush.
How dare you suck my energy, you biatch?
Eternity is in my hand. Go.
Solidify.
More speed. Observe. Sacred name. Fortune pres. Break a leg. Shudder. Flood of frost. Beg for mercy. Rack and ruin.
Order guide you.
Get killed by another god, bitch.
Euthymia
Oh.
crumbles before.
Yeah, I could have used Hu Tao to make that quicker. I'm probably going to use it on the next one, though. So what'd you think of that one, Rabbit?
It was definitely an interesting one.
Yeah, I could have used Hu Tao to make that quicker, but you know. And this is the one that Kylie likes the music on. Oh, look at that, Fire and Thunder. I probably shouldn't use Hu Tao, but I'm going to! Because why not? This is Hu Tao.
Send one, send them all.
She's my kind of super overpowered character. She's not that overpowered for me. I'm lying.
It is time, Morax.
She's strong, but I could get her better stuff if I wanted to.
Fisher. Gather.
The reason I don't cure her Rabbit is because I need her half dead.
Why is that?
Her damage goes up by 50% when she's half dead.
And that makes sense.
I can cure her instantly anytime I want. Whee! Zhongli, you gotta learn to dodge, bruh.
Stabilize.
I know he's your friend and everything, but I'd appreciate if you stop getting hit in the face. Even though it's my fault for not making you dodge. Now she should be good to go. See how much damage she's doing now?
Yeah, it's actually a lot more.
The music's about to get more intense.
Today, you witness your reckoning.
I beat this biatch without a shield. It's really hard to do.
I will have order.
Shields make this thing a joke.
Strike is one. Cross over.
Gather. Fisher. Stabilize.
Alright, Chi-Chi.
Life goes on.
Time to do your thing. See how fast I cured her?
Yeah. does not take me long at all.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
My dancing skills right there.
You stand upon
Music's
your
about to get even
doom,
more intense.
though you know it not.
I'm about to cheese most of the rest of this fight.
Come, experience
For those
the
who's watching who don't know how to cheese this fight, you're
Solidify.
learning something today.
Wheel of life.
Just stand in everything and beat the shit out of his tail.
Break a leg.
Gather!
I feel like they made some of these bosses a little harder, which is fine with me. I ain't complaining. It's not like they can beat me.
Higher, higher, hands on fire.
Stabilize!
But they have, I feel like they have a little more HP than usual.
And step.
You know what I mean by intense music, Rabbit?
Yeah. It's like a reoccurring pattern.
Oh, they actually broke my shield. Nice.
And leap. Orders given. Orders received.
There is no atonement. Solidify!
Observe. Your grand finale. Go. Faster path.
Bitch. Do you want to see me murder the Storm Terror really, really fast? Want to see? You want to see that? You want to see me murder the Storm Terror super, super fast?
I think it would be interesting.
I'll scout ahead.
It's really stupid. It's really dumb.
The threads of your fate lie in my hand.
Oh yeah, that's right. There should be mobs near there. I don't like fighting the wolf guy. He bugs out a lot. Mobs near here.
You should say I don't like to do it and you will do it.
Do what?
Eye for an eye.
You should say I don't like to do it and you will do it anyways.
The wolf guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like fighting the wolf guy. I've never liked fighting the wolf guy. He's probably the one boss I just don't like fighting. Alright, I'm gonna show you how I kill this boss super hella fast. Watch it be like bug out or something, ain't gonna work and be mad. Be madder than hell.
Gather! Stabilize!
Life goes on. Shudder! Freeze to the core! Beg for mercy! Rack and ruin!
Yeah. Get out of here, bitch. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, lemon squeezy.
That did not take you shift time either.
No, all you need is a loot. This boss is done. You can do it other like I can do it with hotels, but sometimes that bugs out. Damn thing don't die. It loses the more guaranteed one comes within 7 seconds. I can kill it. It's literally that's all I need is 7 seconds once it's down. The wolf bugs out too much for me. I don't have good spear users in order to counter the bug unless they patched it and fixed it. And by bugged out, I mean my great sword doesn't hit right, so it's kind of pointless for me to even try to use. Hotel is good for it, but she also bugs out because it tries to load the big wolf, and then when the big wolf becomes big, it tries to load in a bigger wolf, and it just keeps messing up. It's weird. I think I still have weeklies to do, right? I think. Do I? Did I finish the weeklies yet? What is this? I done beat all the bosses I need. That was quick. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Actually beat more than what I needed. What do you need? Oh, yeah, sure, here. You can have these crappy ones too, because it doesn't matter what I give you. Thank you for my free stuff.
Is there anything in the world?
Is there anything in the world that you can do? No. Not at all. I suck. But I don't swallow. Haha! Oh, wait, what?
What?
Just one automation, that's it. Oh no, two. Cool.
Wings of darkness! Come, sever next. Shudder!
I will have order.
Crush! Wheel of life. Sacred name. Fortune preserver. Shudder! Crush! Shudder!
No rest for the wicked.
Beg for mercy.
That was easy. What's next? This one? Then that takes care of all the weeklies minus bounties, which, you know, bounties are a joke anyway. Oh, is that a new dungeon? What? Oh. No, I don't want to navigate to that. Oh, crap. I confused myself there. Looks like they added a new dungeon.
It's not really new. I think you never saw it.
Solidify! Order guide you!
Crush! Vengeance will be mine! Beg for mercy!
This isn't good.
Orders given. Orders received. Yeah. Wait.
She thought that was gonna work, my guy. That's why you're dead.
Some quiet.
Okay. Uh-oh. What the hell did I just activate?
This place impresses me every time I come here.
No, this
So
quest.
magnificent, but still so elegant.
We'll just wait here. We don't want to cause any
wedding
extra trouble for you.
The one I forgot.
Ayaka wouldn't mind.
Honestly, even if we did come with you, we wouldn't know what to say or do once we were inside. So we'll just leave you to it.
Alright then, we won't be long.
Without looking at the board, you've ruined my strategy in one move. Amazing. Now what should I do next?
Ayaka, Toma, it's us! Huh?
Hey guys, it's been a while. If you're looking for my lady, I'm afraid she's not here right now.
Oh? That voice. Toma, would that happen to be the Traveler?
Yes.
Greetings, Traveler. Ayaka speaks of you constantly. Finally, today is the day. I am head of the Kamisato clan and Yashiro Commissioner, Kamisato Ayato.
Man, he said his name and I got chill bumps. He might be the new daddy. I mean, what?
Greetings, both. I have long been indebted to you on my sister's behalf. Finally, I have the chance to express my profoundest gratitude to you in person. Ayaka is out today. If you are here regarding anything related to the Kamisato clan, you are quite welcome to discuss it with me instead.
Oh, hi. Your flattering words flatter us. Please excuse the suddenness of our visit, for it is most improper etiquette.
Why on earth are you talking like that?
Well, he seems like a pretty powerful person. He's already working his way up Paimon's list of people to never mess with. Look, as soon as he stands up, the whole atmosphere in the room changes, and it feels like you gotta be super polite.
You shower me with praise undeserved, my little guest. There is no need to be
Her name
so
is
formal.
Emergency Food,
This
okay?
is a private residence, so please, relax.
Oh, good. Because that whole spiel was really tiring just now. Alright, now that that's over, Paimon's just gonna ask the question. We heard a rumor that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato are gonna get married soon. Do you know anything about that?
Oh? I wouldn't have thought you'd heard about that yet. I see. Well, it's true. It wasn't long ago that I received the news myself. The head clans of 2 commissions are to become joined through marriage. This is big news for the whole of Inazuma. Since the Yashiro Commission presides over cultural and ceremonial affairs, it closely involves us, too.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
And since the commissions are kind of the face of the Almighty Shogun to the masses, this wedding is one that we have to treat as a serious affair.
Right, makes sense. Ah, 2 true lovers becoming husband and wife. What a happy occasion.
It is. High-profile matrimonial links between 2 commissions are extremely rare. But these 2 truly love each other. Tradition should give way to freedom in this case.
All right then. I'll be sure to pay them a visit to send the best wishes of the Kamisato clan.
No need. I'll visit them personally this
Uh-oh.
time.
Huh? But you have other things to be doing.
This is a marriage between the Kujo clan and the Hiragi clan. The Kamisato clan must demonstrate an appropriate level of respect.
Yeah.
The work of the Yashiro Commission is indeed multifarious. Normally, weddings and other ceremonies would come under the supervision of my sister. But she is presently occupied with other matters, and I happen to have a little time to spare. This will be a good chance for me to pay a visit to the bride and groom. Oh, and would you two care to join me? I presume you two have a special connection with the individuals in question, or you would not be quite so interested in this matter. This being the case, why not come and offer your best wishes too? Or is my presumption incorrect?
Oh, it's not as interesting as you make it sound. No special connections here. Super ordinary ones, actually. We just agreed to help deliver a letter this one time, that's all. Although, wait. Does that mean we helped make this wedding happen? Alright then.
Yeah, Paimon, shut up.
I cannot thank you enough. Your mere presence shall surely mean we are spared the futile pursuit known as small talk.
Wait, you're the Yashiro Commissioner, but you can't do small talk?
Small talk is a chore. Of course, there are some people in the world who quite enjoy doing chores, but I am not one of them.
I'm glad he
Toma,
feels that way.
I'm heading out with my two guests now. I'll leave the residence.
Because small
in
talk
your
does feel
capable
like a
hands.
chore. It really does.
Not a problem. Take care, my lord.
I suck at small talk. What about you, Rabbit? You suck at small talk?
You just talk in little bits.
Says the person that don't like people.
You be quiet. Quiet.
I'm right there with you, though.
I just suck at small talk in general.
Ah, you're finally...
Uh-oh.
Start with something simple like,
Yashiro Commission.
nice weather we're having.
Who are these two?
They're friends of ours. Paimon will do the introductions.
If you know they're divorced, how's the wife, Greg?
God.
So it's true. Well, there we have it. That's it then. So be it.
Great, so our hunch
Oh,
was
I
spot
found
on.
my death.
It is a little inappropriate for me to have shared news of this magnitude with you, so I would be much obliged if you could keep it in strict confidence until an official public announcement is made.
Don't worry, sir. We give you our word. We won't tell anyone
Yeah, the
about it.
second time. How
That
unfortunate.
puts my mind at ease. Now, on the topic. We'd like to pay a visit to the Kujo clan. Would you mind leading the way for us?
Of course not. I'd be honored. I guess this is where I... Goodbye then.
Aw, cheer up, Shinojo.
I'll try. Thank you.
I'm so confused on why he's crying. Did he want to marry the lady?
Maybe he don't want her to leave.
I guess. I don't know.
All right then. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it from here.
Okay. Thanks, Ippei. I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more extravagant reception.
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi. What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the Kamisato clan's congratulations in person.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission have slowly started to stabilize. I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to everyone's expectations.
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you. They say you're hardworking, upright, and responsible.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is gradually stabilizing, and I finally had the chance to focus a little on my personal life.
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Come on now, you're embarrassing me. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, continue. I'm quite content to listen. It's a joyous occasion. Light-hearted is exactly how things should be. Really, who stays stony-faced when talking about a wedding?
I do.
But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing? Do you think it's too sudden?
Of course not. Where there is true love, nothing should be allowed to stand in its way. No doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and I'm sure you are prepared for whatever challenges may lie ahead.
Indeed I am.
So, please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already
I thought he didn't like small talk.
Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this that puzzles me a little.
He's actually really good, right?
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiragi's father, Hiragi Shinsuke, is still in prison. If you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public and in the Kanjo Commission are not likely to be in either of your best interests.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity we have.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble for us as possible. Oh, he is the worst!
I can see where you're coming from, but you're only postponing the problem, not solving it. You will still have to face it sooner or later.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how can I disappoint her? Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So coy.
Huh? Really?
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay. So you discussed it and decided on a date?
We did. I guess
something fishy about this.
To finally express our commitment.
Her daddy's plotting.
And you know what? I think it was about time.
What the hell? Why is his head
what
glowing?
Happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
Why is your head glowing, bruh?
Give me a break.
Yeah, I'm with you, Paimon.
Sorry, but time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just won't stop talking.
Thank you, Paimon. It's just how I feel about you sometimes. Just shut the fuck up. I mean, hey. Yeah, shut up.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato. I must sound like a fool.
How dare you talk to the
Far from
in-game
it.
boss
On the contrary,
in such a
seeing
manner?
you so positively smitten puts my mind at rest. No surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. If
She
I
probably
had
is
any
the
reservations
in-game
before,
boss.
I certainly don't now. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Because his head was
Even
long.
if it's kinda irritating
I
to
fell
see
with
you
that
all
again.
smug like this, it's still a happy occasion. Good luck on the day, and have a
Paimon's
happy
like, I
wedding.
want to blow you up right now,
Thank
but I
you,
can't because I'm
means a
emergency
lot.
food.
We have some other business to attend to now. Until next time.
Very well. I'll see you out.
Stay away from me. Don't touch me. No, the screen went black. He did bad things to me.
He seems busy. That must be true for anyone about to get married, right? It's a happy kind of busy, though.
You're right. Kujo Kamaji is on cloud 9. What do you think, traveler? He chalked it up to her being coy, but that doesn't sound like the Hiragi Chisato I know. It bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter would likely be fruitless.
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to get to the bottom of it.
I see. So that's how adventurers think. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. This makes it difficult to investigate. Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
Oh, shut up.
Point. Kamaji doesn't
Let's
seem
go.
worried at all.
Let's go blow it up. Where's Clea when you
Everything
need her?
in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. It would be inefficient. Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work of the Yashiro Commissioner would never be done. My opinion is something like this. When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused it, it is better to look at the situation itself. If the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable. We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you. You are thorough and thoughtful, just as my sister describes.
Bruh, I have like 60 hours of RPG gaming.
Chisato and Kamaji
60 billion
have already
hours,
talked
actually.
everything through, haven't they?
Only if we are
I'm
to
gonna
take
eat
Kujo
Paimon
Kamaji
one
at his
day.
word.
Promise you that.
But there are two sides to every story. I wish to know Hiragi Chisato's angle
What? She's
on
the
this.
fish.
Huh. Makes sense, but Paimon
See that
still
lawsuit
doesn't
about
quite
Subway
get
in
it.
the news?
Don't worry about it.
What?
I was planning to
Random,
visit
but
the
what?
Hiragi
Subway,
clan to deliver
what?
my best wishes anyway.
You mentioned fish.
Let's take the opportunity to hear her thoughts.
There's somebody
If
suing
she's as
Subway
committed as
over the
Kujo Kamaji,
quantity of tuna
perhaps they
in
can
their
navigate
tuna
the challenges ahead
sandwiches.
successfully. But if not,
Okay.
well,
So,
life is
a marine
always a
biologist went
smooth
and
journey.
got tuna from 20 different Subways and did a DNA sequence on the tuna to see what was in it. 19 out of 20 Subways contained no tuna DNA at all. Turns out it was a mixture of pork and chicken.
Okay.
You reminded me of that because you mentioned fish.
That is weird. So a guy wasted a bunch of money to go get a bunch of sandwiches so he could sue Subway. Got it.
Well, he'd already sued Subway. Subway was trying to get the suit dismissed because they said, well, tuna sandwich can't contain 100% tuna, even though that's what they sell it as. And it turns out there's no tuna.
I mean, what possessed him to do this? I mean,
Well, I mean, if you're on like certain diets and things, you're trying to eat tuna because it's allowed. What if you're not allowed to have pork? Or
how about
for
you
religious
make your own
purposes?
fucking sandwiches and
still
stop
much to
going out
Oh.
buying shit?
This is America, sir. We don't make our own stuff.
Should we also invite some prominent business leaders who frequently visit Rito?
At the very least, we should send them invitations.
I think these guys did it.
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner.
Why does this guy
What do we
sound
owe
like
the honor
super
on this
deep?
fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just now. I come bearing the felicitations of the Kamisato clan.
Stop
Would
using
Lady
big
Hiragi
words.
happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long she will be.
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey, Paimon is not an attendant!
That pisses Paimon off.
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends.
You're too kind.
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiragi is
I'll be
available.
right back.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve the Hiragi clan are most delighted for them indeed. We're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand an affair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to attend.
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
Take care, Commissioner.
Seems like you guys talked a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time. The owner always manages to come up with novel ideas. I'm one of his regular customers.
How the hell did you spot it? You mean, oh my lord.
Oh, it's Tomoki!
Ah, it's you. Good to see you again. Seems like you're always showing up with a VIP in tow.
I mean, Paimon
So
is
you
a
know the
god.
owner as well.
Yep, we tried
Paimon's not a god.
a while back with the Almighty Shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I
Well,
see.
a god, the god,
So you were involved.
the
in that.
creator of all,
I'd caught wind of this dango milk.
everything
But I didn't know
Genshin
that
is
it had anything to do
Paimon.
with you two. I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. The flavor is always new and interesting. When I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito, I simply had to come by.
Oh, thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. More and more people are willing to give my creative cuisine a shot. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm going to stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers to experience the joy of being creative too. So I gave it a lot of thought and finally came up with an all-new business concept.
Sounds interesting. What is it this time?
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose whatever they want to mix with their milk or tea.
That sounds fun.
As well as dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows? It could be delicious.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me. I'll go buy the ingredients right away. The whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course, I shouldn't place restrictions on the ingredients if I can help it.
Excellent. There are a few things I'd like to try. Lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What? You wanna mix those with milk?
I do indeed. Why? What's wrong?
You really think that's gonna turn out tasting good?
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. It's great to try new things. Traveler, any thoughts?
Mac.
Let's go with this one. Welcome back. No, Paimon doesn't.
Peer pressure, huh?
Thank you.
Well, alright then. Bring it on! Paimon can take it!
3 milks with sea Ganoderma, please.
No problem. Give me a second. I'll have them ready in just a moment. Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
Somehow Paimon got it down eventually, but... Paimon feels like
I think it's all right. It has quite a fascinating texture.
Your review seemed pretty positive, but Paimon still thinks there are better combinations.
Taste is your key concern, yes?
Obviously! Tasty food and drinks are some of life's most important pursuits.
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very content man. Yes. No one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create some mental breathing room, I try not to overthink the less critical matters. Having my sister attend public events in my stead, and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a great help, and allowed me to focus.
We're just passing the time here though, right? Is there anything else to think about than what we're doing right now?
1 or 2 things. Let's continue this discussion somewhere else.
Which one did
I
you
noticed
pick,
something
Kylie?
before we left the Hiragi clan's residence.
Oh?
When you got to pick the milk, since you did this already, which one did you pick?
Lavender.
What did they say? I picked the seagrass.
I think she said something similar. Oh no, the raw lavender wasn't a really good fit.
She almost gagged and threw up.
Yeah.
No, it was just a small detail. I was curious to know their thoughts on the wedding, so I asked them about it. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are happy for the Hiragi clan. But that's not the truth.
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still in prison, meaning the Kanjo Commission is the least stable in the Tri-Commission. Hiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan, but now she plans to marry into the Kujo clan. If I belonged to one of the assisting clans to the Hiragis, I would not be feeling optimistic about the future. But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These are not unintelligent people. I highly doubt it is because they simply do not realize. I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. But still, the more I think back over that conversation, the more it doesn't sit right.
Why do you care?
Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Where did he come from?
Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this whole time.
Merely doing my duty, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received. I'm on the case.
Oh, and I almost forgot. That milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to Toma.
Oh God!
Wish, sir.
Why would you do that to Toma?
Oh no.
Oh, that's mean.
Poor. Good luck, Toma.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now concluded. She's waiting for you in the courtyard.
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiragi Chisato.
Can I order more from him? That'd be kind of cool.
Thanks for coming. Hope to see you. Maybe this whole creativity theme really will work out.
I want to order more from you, my guy. I guess I have to finish the mission. I would love to order some really crappy, terrible
More
tasting
speed.
milks. I have the resources for it. I mean, I like the you like my bajillion food that I never use. The resources for days too. I mean, where's all my other resources?
The resources.
Did they move them? I don't understand where you can see your resources now for cooking. Or am I? Oh, I'm blind. It's right here. Let me mix onions with it. Let me do some craziness.
More speed. Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato. I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't know it was you two.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi. How have you been faring?
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here in the comfort of my own home. I'm doing very well indeed, thank you. You must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and I. It really means a lot.
But of course. The Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. In fact, we visited Sir Kujo just now. It's clear that he's very much looking forward to the wedding. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a blissful marriage.
Thank you for your kind words. This was not an easy decision to make. We will both have to work harder from now on. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us, together.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. To be honest, I'm still a little nervous about it all. But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises have comforted me a lot.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. Well, there are so many things I need to consider. In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact meeting with one of the Kanjo Commission's officers, Shinojo.
Oh, really? Him?
Mm-hmm. He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to tell me. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji. He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. I was quite shocked to see him so agitated. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He thinks that now is a bad time for this wedding to happen. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujo clan, that pillar is taken away. There will no longer be a voice of authority in the Hiragi clan. And it could be a disastrous move for my personal image, too.
It's just two families becoming one big family, though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan. The Kanjo Commission's attitude toward you may undergo some significant changes thereafter.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but I'm starting to have second thoughts. Maybe I went along with it all too easily. Maybe I allowed myself to be pushed into this. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complaining.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. For instance, by helping you gather your thoughts on the matter. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But We've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just being coy. Oh, dear. Perhaps I should have kept that part to myself.
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose designed, what with all the fancy lettering and so on.
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
When it comes down to it... Yes, I think so. Oh, do you mean to say that this letter is not what I thought it to be?
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh? But then... How did...
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that the origin of the letter is ultimately not of great importance.
It is of great importance.
Who knows? Perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be forthcoming with us about the details of his playful proposal.
I understand. As you say, ultimately, the origin of the letter doesn't matter. But my position does matter. Kamaji and I thought that we needn't worry about anything that lies ahead, because we can face it all together. But now, I think I should give it
It's
some
because they're gonna marry her. They want to marry her
Marriage
out,
is
get
the
her
most
out of the
important
way,
decision
so
of your
the other
life.
people can
Don't
take
let
over.
yourself regret it. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job
I
to
mean,
help
yeah,
people through
I'd probably
difficult
marry
times.
Amber.
I say this
I
as an
knew it.
advocate for you personally, and for the Hiragi clan.
I wish I could message your wife randomly. Hey,
Do
you should
not
dress
be
up as
compelled
Amber.
by circumstances to make any decision that goes against your will.
Happy
To be together with the
Halloween.
one you love is a sacred thing. It is my earnest wish that both of you may enjoy a bright and beautiful future, not a bittersweet one.
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me. I can't thank you enough, Sir Kamisato. I'll think very carefully about your advice.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves now.
Oh, wait. Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiragi, but there will be no need. Traveler, let's find somewhere to talk.
What are you gonna talk about? When did that start? Yeah, bitch. We're watching you now. Oh. No? Okay. That damn tree branch tried to stop me. You guys see that? That tree branch is plotting.
Yeah.
Plotting ass tree branch. The hell is it making me go? Why am I going all the way to the pier? Just let me walk 3 feet and have a chat. Right in front of everybody. They can't hear us anyways. We can talk shit from in front of them. They won't hear us.
Hiragi Chisato is on a totally
Yes,
different
just NPCs.
page than Kujo Kamaji. Ayato, why did you give her such vague suggestions? Couldn't you just have told her what you'd do in her position? Because Paimon's pretty sure you have an idea.
I've said everything I can, given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions' domestic issues will only create trouble. The more I think about it, the stranger this all seems. But Hiragi Chisato has yet to see it. We must be vigilant.
Strange? In what way?
Your mom!
Someone
Oh,
wants
wait, what?
Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right, it is someone from within the Kanjo Commission. This person is presumably also responsible for the mysterious and misleading letter. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiragi Chisato's future, while the heads of the supporting clans ostensibly have no concern at all. It doesn't add up. When someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior. Yes. It's a smart strategy. Far superior to the one adopted by the Tenryou Commission's Takatsukasa clan. Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it away as a misguided but well-meaning matchmaking attempt by a member of the family. But if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully weaken the Hiragi clan without ever having to lift a finger against them, all under the guise of simply encouraging a wedding. With Hiragi Chisato having married into the Kujo clan and the head of the Hiragi clan in prison, challenges to the Hiragi clan's leadership would begin to emerge throughout the ranks of the Kanjo Commission. Eventually, another clan would take the Hiragi clan's place. Actually, we have evidence. His name is Shinojo.
Shinojo?
He should be back by now.
Yes, sir.
God.
That's the second time you've done that.
Stop teleporting. I don't want to teleport like that.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission officers away?
Yes. His name is Shinojo.
As I expected. They cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. They have to act now while the Hiragi clan is at its weakest. Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujo Kamaji, and the wedding was sure to go ahead. But after Chisato's meeting with Shinojo, she began to have second thoughts. In their eyes, Officer Shinojo has interfered with their plan.
But why did they suspect him and not us?
Someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time. That's why I was a little reserved.
No way! Whew. Lucky Paimon didn't say anything stupid.
Yay! Oh.
But Chisato got what you meant about the letter, though, right?
I think so. But whoever is behind this will not allow their plan to fail now. They will not be inclined to respect Hiragi Chisato's own wishes. Her stance was so passive that she was easily manipulated, treated like a pawn, with even her marriage becoming a battleground for political power play. Despite all of this, she still believed that a happy future was awaiting her. When she formally marries into the Kujo clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiragi clan, her position in the Kanjo Commission, and above all, her independence.
Marriage is such a trap.
Easier said than done. The perpetrators are manipulating everything from the shadows, letting unsuspecting pawns do their work. This is what makes their approach so smart. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from happening, we will become the villains of the story and face immense public backlash.
Well, let me become the villain.
So what are we gonna do?
Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me
Stage,
take Daddy and slap people
the
around.
perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation. Their only option is to come out from the shadows and bare their fangs. I will wait for that moment to arrive. But first things first, we must go and rescue Shinojo. He has done nothing wrong and does not deserve to be punished. Tell me where Shinojo is. We'll head off right now.
Yeah, let's go whoop some ass. Woo! Why didn't you tell me? I'm the one that's gonna have to travel there. You're just gonna put it on my map and pretend I know exactly where it's at. Yes. Oh, well, shit. Oh, I've been in here before.
What are you doing? Release Shinojo this instant!
Stop this at once.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master. No one else.
Really? Then please, excuse me.
Oh yeah, he gonna beat their ass.
Who goes there?
Yeah.
Soldiers!
Whoa! Let's attack all retarded and some shit.
Withdraw.
I wanted him, but I didn't get him. Ching! Oh.
Solidify.
Be still.
Yeah, I want to.
You cannot match my bravery!
What'd you say? You can't match your bravery?
I wanted.
Take this! Forget this.
Yeah, I didn't get him. I tried.
I must withdraw. Withdraw.
I enjoy when he twirled his sword and put it away.
Let's go. We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them be. I think I saw a key fall to the ground during the fight. Let's free Shinojo first. But in all the chaos, it must have been kicked to one side. Where did it end up?
What the? It's a Tanuki? Oh, don't tell Paimon that the Tanuki took it!
Let's follow it and see.
Of course, some dumbass shit added to it. I'm gonna... Give me my damn key, you bitch. How'd you go? Did you become a boss? No? It's a very good
Took me
question.
a while to find.
You little shit. You're smart. You're a smart little shit. You're not smart enough, though. Can I have the key now, please? Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea with me still inside. Oh, wait! You have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding. It's all part of a scheme. Someone's trying to use the wedding for their own ends.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's okay. We know about all that.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must devise sufficient countermeasures.
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going to take action?
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazuma is at stake. My hitherto neutral stance ends now. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle these tiresome matters on her behalf.
Konnichiwa, Gib-chan.
That's true.
Konnichiwa.
Shinojo,
I think I'm
don't
actually
return
down
to
to
your
like
post yet.
6 or 8 of
Find
those
somewhere safe and
dice.
stay
That's
hidden.
too tired to
Travel.
find them tonight.
Nice.
Let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
So-
Sounds good.
I'll find them tomorrow, maybe.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner.
This dude's voice,
I
he
hear
sounds
you
so
showed up
familiar.
here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission, now would you?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, I could not in good conscience stand idly by. Shinojo may be your retainer, but the law does not grant you the right to abuse him.
Abuse? Nonsense. I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting nonsense one can imagine. A truly egregious loss of decorum. I dare say, The poor lady was terrified.
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions? Because otherwise, why would you describe it as out of nowhere?
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical disaster story around it. How should I know what he was thinking? Even if she marries into the Kujo clan, Lady Hiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiragi clan and the most distinguished member of the Kanjo Commission. We are, and always will be, her loyal assistants. It's our duty to see that she never has to worry about anything. Loyalty and duty are our guiding principles. Not only did this guard show no regard for either, he went out of his way to upset our lady. How could one do such a thing? Even if we put it down to a rare moment of impulsivity. I have to say, I'm surprised to see one of such noble standing as yourself rushing to his defense.
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's not been a dull moment since I took up my post in the Yashiro Commission. Every day I've been exposed to new and fascinating things. For instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. So long, in fact, that you can tie 2 knots in the portion of it that extends out of its beak. I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these unusual avians.
Keep them as pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever, and certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. If you catch one, the best thing you can do is actually cut its tongue off and throw it out of the window. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say, but don't be deceived as it chirps away, lest the song it sings lead you astray.
I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you here simply to mock the Kanjo Commission?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjo Commission is made up of honorable individuals, upright and forthright, conscientious and loyal. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiragi from her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations without any evidence.
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as he said something that you did not like. Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by someone with less of a sense of loyalty than even an ordinary servant. You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind the scenes. I'm not sure whether it's because you're smart enough to play the system, or too foolish to know any better.
Well,
In your
escalated
years of
quickly.
service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. And now you have ruined your once bright future. I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura. I just feel sorry for you.
Is that right? Then tell me, if you're so bright, what exactly do you think you can do to me? This is at most a Kanjo Commission issue. We'll handle this amongst ourselves. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner.
Damn,
If you seek
he
to
going
involve
there.
yourself in other clans' affairs. Might I be so bold then, as to question your motives in doing so? I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjo Commission and Tenryo Commission, because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be a threat to you personally. So you come here with an elaborate excuse to try and break up this marriage.
So, that's how you view it. Well, I have to admit, you clearly are far more talented than I at monitoring the power balance within the Tri-Commission.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen, and nothing is going to change that. The notices have already been sent out. All of Inazuma City knows about it now. Most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet it's all anybody's talking about now. Once the notices go out, that's it. The wedding is a sure thing, even if it hasn't happened just yet.
I see. It seems like I was wrong.
So suddenly we see eye to eye?
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most. But it seems that I was gravely mistaken.
Kamisato Ayato! You... How dare you!
You've made your move. Now, I suppose it's time I made mine.
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryo Commission together? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjo Commission becomes marginalized as a consequence of this union? Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal from talking to you. That will be all for now. If you would excuse me, I shall take my leave.
Hey! What was all that? Paimon didn't follow at all.
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. As I said, they ended up coming out from the shadows and revealing themselves. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then, I'll take you through the details of my plan.
I don't care about your plan, guy. This is going on forever. This is worse than the firework chick. Damn, I want to beat one of the stories before I pass the hell out because I'm bored. There's too much. The only plus side is I love that dude's voice. I know who he is. I recognize it.
The daughter of the
But I
Kanjo Commission's Hiragi
can't
clan
point it out.
and the
Just
Tenryo
paying
Commission's
attention and
Kujo clan
skip everything.
are getting married.
Sounds like an all-around perfect match, don't you think?
For sure. I'm just surprised. It seems very sudden. I hadn't heard a single word about it until now.
Good luck to them, I say. I'm sure it must have been a hard decision.
Looks like the wedding is definitely going ahead.
It's still too early to make that conclusion. Our adversary wants to push this marriage past the point. But only if Kujo Kamaji is willing to help us.
Welcome. I just heard that the news of my wedding has been officially announced. It seems so sudden. I wasn't ready yet.
Yeah, about that. It's kinda complicated.
I see. So someone's trying to take advantage of our marriage.
If you proceed with the wedding, the repercussions for you are likely to be minimal. But we must take Lady Hiragi's situation into consideration.
I've previously considered this possibility. But in the end, we're getting married for true love. And I've promised to her that I'll do everything in my power to protect her.
I understand where you're coming from, but to be frank, she should not need your protection. Or, to put it another way, you have tacitly admitted that Lady Hiragi will need your help to get through the hard times ahead, which perhaps suggests that, deep down, you realize all she stands to lose. I don't mean to criticize you. It is natural to want to protect our loved ones. You're an intelligent and gentle person, and I'm sure you would have been able to think about this more objectively were you not so emotionally involved in the situation. I'm sure you admire Lady Hiragi for being the independent, gentle, resilient, and strong-willed person she is. For the sake of marrying you, this wonderful woman will become someone who has to depend on you for the rest of her life.
Basically.
Are you really okay with that?
He just got a reality check.
and would do anything to make her happy. That's why I cannot abide to see her suffer or be manipulated by other people. Yashiro, Commissioner, you're right. It was naive and selfish of me to take things this far. But it's too late now, isn't it? There are notices everywhere.
I have a plan, but it needs a villain.
Let me play it.
Sir Kujo, in order for my plan to work, you and I must both play the role of antagonists. But it is not without its risks. Are you willing to help?
If there's a way to salvage this, then let's hear it.
I've told the people at the Kanjo Commission that the marriage isn't going to unify the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryou Commission. On the contrary, it's a terrible idea that will marginalize the Kanjo Commission. The context for this is that they are planning to use this marriage to bring down the Hiragi clan, and the key to their success is coming up against no resistance to the marriage from the Tenryou Commission. But what if we were to imagine for a moment that since the affairs of the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryou Commission has been planning to make a move against the weakened Kanjo Commission? The only reason you have been hesitant to act since taking over the Tenryou Commission is because you care about Lady Hiragi's feelings. And so, your plan is to liaise with the Yashiro Commission to marry her and bring her out of the Kanjo Commission as soon as possible. Once that is achieved, as the person in charge of the Tenryou Commission, you no longer have any reason to hesitate.
I see. This is an ingenious plan. It takes advantage of the situation perfectly.
Exactly. Our purpose is to change Lady Hiragi's position from an unnecessary burden to an indispensable asset. By doing so, we can even strengthen her position in the Kanjo Commission. Once our adversaries realize how the network of connections behind the scenes really looks, they'll do their utmost to stop this wedding from happening. Then, we simply leave them to clear up the mess they've created.
Got it.
So the network of connections? This is all way too complicated for Paimon. Can you just tell us what you need us to do?
We have to make sure that the behind-the-scenes story comes to the attention of our dear friends in the Kanjo Commission. Matsura, with whom I spoke earlier, will now be fearing the worst. No doubt he'll be on the lookout for the first sign of a crisis. In that case, he will almost certainly have placed informants throughout Inazuma City. What we need to do is to use these informants as a breeding ground for our fake intel. Sir Kujo, there are certain things that I need you to attend to personally. It's almost time. My ninja has located one of the informants. Let's go and see if he'll take the bait.
This is one long-ass story. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I think it put Rabbit to
I was
sleep.
complaining about it.
It's starting to, honestly.
Yeah, it's so boring. Like, there's no... At least the other ones have fighting, but damn, this one's like... Oh, they're still talking about the wedding? Okay, 20 minutes. More wedding talk. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's cute. I get it, but it's almost as bad as the firework lady. I fell asleep so hard during that one. I think I even recorded it.
Yeah.
I fell asleep for 30 minutes, Rabbit, and she was still talking to the same guy when I woke up. About his personal fucking life.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
She's like, hey, how you doing? Oh, you're doing good? Well then, you know, we should surely catch up. How's your wife? How's your kids? How's your family? I'm like, what the fuck?
That person is one of Matsura's informants. Let's follow him. Be careful not to get seen.
Oh god, another stealth mission? Really?
Yeah. Your favorite thing. This is the one I had to do a lot of times because...
Did you see that? Sir Kujo Kamaji
Well,
just
that
came
being
past there
said,
with
I
a
think I'm
huge
gonna
group of
take my ass
people.
to bed.
Go to bed. I mean, good night.
To the wedding announcement?
I'm about to tell you to go to bed.
Maybe, but from the look on his face, it seems like something
I'll
much
see
more
you guys
serious.
tomorrow.
Konnichiwa!
He and his men seem pretty intense at the moment. Isn't it all a bit excessive for a wedding?
Don't be too close, but don't be too far.
Perhaps this is karma.
The Tenryo Commission has sent a load of people to Rito. I think in all there must have been about 100 people so far.
That doesn't sound good. What could be going on? I hope it's just Sir Kujo Kamaji being overcautious.
The news is spreading fast, but it appears Master's fears may be well placed. There's no way they sent this many people just to escort the bride. I have to investigate.
He ran off!
As expected. Let's follow him.
Wow! It's like the whole Tenryo Commission is here.
Excuse me, has something happened on this road? I'm a businessman passing through, and it's a little disconcerting to see this place so heavily guarded.
Ah, please don't be alarmed. As I'm sure you've heard, the wedding of Sir Kujo Kamaji and Lady Hiragi Chisato will take place any day now. Sir Kujo decided to send for Lady Hiragi ahead of time, and have her live in Inazuma City during the run-up to the wedding.
I see.
We are here to clear the way for Lady Hiragi. Not just us either. You'll see more Tenryo Commission members as you go further along. We're all here for the same duty.
Isn't this a little excessive?
Sir Kujo holds Lady Hiragi in the highest regard, and wants to treat her with the utmost respect from beginning to end.
Damn.
I understand. Sorry to disturb your work.
Oh no, everybody's falling asleep.
Drat. It's exactly as Master feared. They say they're here to guard the road, but really they're poised to attack if Master doesn't allow Lady Hiragi to leave Rito. Wait, no. If Lady Hiragi does leave, they'll have all the more reason to strike. But we're in no state to defend against a Tenryo Commission attack. I must tell Master right away.
He ran off again!
That should do it. The seeds have been sown. In this atmosphere, mounting suspicion will nurture fear among the Kangjo Commission. Now, we wait patiently for it to grow and ferment. The calm before the storm is always the part that unsettles people the most.
Are they really gonna own up and apologize? Just like that?
If you're curious to find out, you can visit the Hiragi clan in Rito in a couple of days. I have some other business to attend to, so I won't be spending any more time on this situation. In any case, we've made our move. It's only a matter of time before they give up and surrender. This is not my first time. Well then, goodbye for now. I truly hope that things will work out in Hiragi Chisato's
Is this really
best
how the
interests.
mission's going to end? I'm so confused.
You had to wait.
Are things really gonna turn
Like,
out like you
no way
predicted?
to move the time.
Paimon too. Well, let's go to Rito again in 2 days.
How dare you make me wait 2 days, you bitch? Damn, I just finished the first checkpoint. Is that 2 real-life days?
No.
These people from the Tenryou Commission have been here for days now.
I guess they're here to pick up Lady Hiragi. But why would it be taking so long?
I heard that the Kanjo Commission suddenly said they don't want Lady Hiragi to leave. To be honest, I'd be hesitant if I were her. A crowd this size comes to Rito? Who knows what they could be planning?
Shh, stay quiet. Someone might hear you.
Right. Sorry. How did things get to this point?
Hello. How may I help? We arrived here 2 days ago to escort Lady Hiragi to Inazuma City. Sir Kujo Kamaji gave us very strict orders, so we have to obey. But every time we attempt to receive the bride, the Hiragi clan always finds an excuse to delay things. Since we haven't fulfilled our duties yet, we decided to stay in Rito until Lady Hiragi is ready to come with us. We apologize. It was not our intention to stay here so long. We promise our presence here will not impact ordinary people's lives. We can only hope that the leaders of the Hiragi clan will start to cooperate soon. If this stalemate continues, who knows? Sir Kujo might give us orders to be less accommodating.
Give us orders to be less accommodating. I like it. We get to be dicks.
How much longer does your master plan to hold them off?
I have no idea. We're stuck in limbo here. Master's been very on edge these past few days. He gets irate over the smallest things, and is suspicious of everything. He's been yelling at me a lot. I understand that he's anxious, but I mean, what can we do? I've told him before, never cross the Yashiro Commissioner.
Yeah, good advice. With him, you just know that whatever he's doing, a lot of preparation has gone into it. If Lady Hiragi is really taken away, then what will the Tenryou Commission do? And what will the Yashiro Commission do?
Maybe we should tell Master to discuss things with Lady Hiragi.
Hiragi Chisato is now at the center of every conversation in Rito. By now, the Kanjo Commission probably knows how important she is. But what about what she thinks? Oh, let's go and...
Oh, Traveler! I assume you've heard about everything that's been going on out there. What on earth is happening?
Don't worry, we
I
can
didn't hear
explain
you
everything.
over the lady.
So,
What?
what happened was...
What?
You should make Paimon shut.
Yeah, I made Paimon shut up.
After the Tenryou Commission arrived, they suddenly became alarmed. They keep having secretive discussions and won't allow me to have any direct contact with the Tenryou Commission. I never would have thought that this was Sir Kamisato's plan. Now it all makes sense. I'm sorry. I haven't. Maybe there's no right or wrong decision. Maybe everything would be easier if I simply didn't have the choice. I used to tell myself things like this to avoid having to think about it. But once I saw the notices appearing out of nowhere on the streets, signaling that the wedding was confirmed, I didn't feel reassured at all. Instead, I felt a great sense of regret. I keep thinking back to what Sir Kamisato said. This is supposed to be my bright and beautiful future. But what if it's not? I can happily accept that if someone was trying to take advantage of my marriage, I should absolutely refuse to go through with it. But that's not the answer I'm looking for. And also, now that things have escalated to this point, it will be tricky to resolve.
Ah, Lady Hiragi, here you are. You scared me for a second. I thought you'd gone missing. You... Wait, you're the ones who were with the Yashiro Commissioner that day. What do you think you're doing here? Are you trying to convince Lady Hiragi to leave?
Calm down. They're my friends. They're just here to visit me.
Friends? Are you sure? Just friends? Lady Hiragi, I told you already, these are exceptional circumstances. You need to be more vigilant in everything you do. You are extremely important to us, and to the entire Conjo Commission. Who's to say they don't have a hidden agenda?
If you want to accuse us of trying to abduct her, just come out and say it!
Don't be rude. You've been very highly strung lately, seeing everything as a threat. Listen to me. I know all the ins and outs of everything that's happened so far. His arrival might well be your very last chance to fix this. The present state of affairs in Rito shows me that the situation has escalated well past the point where you could hope to control it. If this deadlock continues any longer, we will have nothing to gain and much to lose. This is not an order. All I need you to do is give me an explanation and take responsibility for the situation.
Damn.
Understood, my lady. I shall discuss with the others right away.
Put him in his place.
Good job, Chisato. You
In a
handled that
fancy way.
well.
I was so nervous. But I thought things are now so critical that I should at least give it a try. And it worked remarkably well. Yes, well, let's wait and see what happens. I hope they provide a satisfactory response.
We had a serious discussion and reflected on our mistakes. In all honesty, no one can handle the weight of the situation here. Everyone is besides themselves with worry. It'll drive us mad if it continues any longer. I'm so sorry. My actions were radical and duplicitous. I was selfish and ignored the greater good. And then I left the situation to fester. Would you please give us a second chance? For my lady's sake, please give the Conjo Commission another chance. I suppose you're right. The only person who can change the Tenryo Commission's mind will be the Yashiro Commissioner. We'll head off to the Kamisato estate shortly and beseech him to help us with the utmost sincerity. Lady Hiragi, might I ask you to join us? You are the most important person. Without you, we have no other way.
Oh, damn, his plan worked out. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
His terrible plan worked out. It almost put me to sleep, but it worked out.
Aren't you a good friend of the Yashiro Commissioner? Please put in some good words for me.
Dude, you already screwed up.
Yashiro Commissioner, I'm sure you've heard the news. The Tenryo Commission has now occupied Rito, refusing to leave until we hand Lady Hiragi over to them. I realize I have greatly offended you with my atrocious actions, and I realize also that this must sound like the very height of absurdity. But please, have mercy, good sir.
I'm sorry, Mr. Matsura. I'm exceptionally busy and have but a moment to spare before my next engagement. I fear this leaves no time for small talk. So, please, if you would be so kind, get straight to the point.
I know our apology means nothing to you, but we really have nothing else left to offer by this point. I'm terribly sorry. Everyone in the entire Conjo Commission now realizes the gravity of this situation. Lady Hiragi is indispensable to us. We promise to always support her. So, would it be at all possible for you to talk to Sir Kujo once more, on our behalf?
You make it sound so easy. The Tri-Commission will be ridiculed by the public if we choose to withdraw the notices now and eat our words. What do you plan to do about this? To lose face for the Tri-Commission is to bring shame to Her Excellency. Are you and your associates ready to face the thunderous wrath of the almighty Shogun?
We'll take full responsibility. We'll publish a new notice and hold a conference to explain the situation. We will make sure that the public knows this was all a huge misunderstanding. We'll do everything we can to minimize the impact. Everything we can.
Master Matsura, you should have known it would come to this. Whatever were you thinking? But the Tri-Commission must always put the interests of Inazuma first, regardless of what Sir Kujo and I may feel at this present moment. If the situation in Rito is left to fester any further, things may get out of control. But Lady Hiragi and the inhabitants of Rito are innocent. If we fail to contain the situation promptly, the rumor mill will wreak havoc on the Tri-Commission's reputation. Try keeping a pet bird. You'll see what I mean. Songbirds who know how to hold a tune can be very pleasant to listen to, but they can also become irritating if they don't know when to stop.
Yes, I hate birds.
And as for the
for
ones
that
with
one
excessively
reason.
long tongues, well, they're so insufferable that they can't be kept as pets at all. But it doesn't take a moment to cut out their tongues and silence them for good.
Yes, I understand.
I've listened to your concerns, and I'll talk to Sir Kujo for you. But I can't guarantee that he will change his mind.
I understand. Thank you for your help, Yashiro Commissioner.
All right, you ought to return now. I'm sure you have a sizable mess to deal with back in the Kanjo Commission.
Okay, then please excuse me. Thank you once again, Commissioner.
Ah, yes, Lady Hiragi. I have something to tell you. Would you mind?
Oh? Why, of course. Sir Kamisato, you became a completely different person just now. It felt so intense.
Unruly servants like him need to be severely reprimanded. As a commissioner, the almighty Shogun trusts me to do her will. I did as I should. But now, I'd like to take off my commissioner hat and share a personal story.
Oh God. Yo God.
Please, I'd love to hear it.
You must have heard that the Kamisato clan once went through an extremely difficult period. My father worked incredibly hard to compensate for the grave errors made by the Kamisato clan long ago and restore our reputation. The work took a toll on his health and ultimately led to his untimely demise. My mother loved him dearly. She passed soon after. This sudden turn of events dealt a heavy blow to the Ashiro Commission. Behind the scenes, things became very unstable. Everyone thought that the Kamisato clan had lost power. That made my sister and me nothing but burdens hindering the ambitions of others. It may sound preposterous now, but I assure you that is the truth of what the Yashiro Commission has been through.
Huh. Pretty similar to how the Kanjo Commission is now.
Back then, I had no choice but to accept the position I was in. While I desperately looked around for powerful supporters, I endured smear campaigns and attempts to exploit me. I had no other choice. I had to honor my parents' dying wishes, and I also had a young sister to take care of. I didn't mind what became of me, but my family. No one can ever be allowed to trample over my precious family.
You sound as bad as the firework chick.
I persisted, and the Kamisato clan was able to survive this storm.
I think I now know where my sense of loss and confusion was coming from. Shinojo once told me that he saw what was in me in a way that no one else did. That's why he couldn't bear to see me live the rest of my life depending on someone else. I thought the reason I felt unsettled was because of uncertainty over getting married. But the fact is, it's because I felt too young and inexperienced to handle the situation facing me.
The reason why Sir Kujo was able to face the prospect of marriage so confidently is because he's prepared for anything.
That's it. The situation I'm facing now is the same one he faced back then. When his clan was in crisis, He bravely drew his blade and challenged the almighty Shogun. And now, it is time for me to make a stand and become my own person.
Well said. I'm sure once you have grown and gained confidence, your father will be able to let go and allow you to decide how you want to live the rest of your life. It might not sound exciting, but this kind of personal growth is a necessary step in the pursuit of true happiness.
And I'm sure I can get there. I will use this as an opportunity to take over the responsibilities of the Hiragi clan. I'll think about marriage again after everything is more settled. This puts less pressure on Kamaji, and means I can support and protect myself without having to worry about becoming a burden or dependent on someone else.
My best wishes to both of you were and remain heartfelt. When the time comes for the wedding to go ahead, I will come to congratulate you once more.
Thank you, Sir Kamisato. I am grateful for everything you have shared with me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lot to deal with back home.
Take care, Lady Hiragi. I'm confident that on your return, you will find your Kanjo Commission associates most receptive to your instruction.
Yes, in fact, my recent experience suggests the same. Thank you once again.
And thank you, Traveler, for helping me and wasting your time in this never-ending story.
He really has the air of a leader now. Hats off to you too, sir. Everyone thought there was no way out until you pulled that super smart strategy out of nowhere.
In fact, counter-checking is a perfectly common maneuver in the game of chess. Our rival this time was easy to deal with. He was smart, but short-sighted, and sloppy in his execution. This outcome is entirely within my expectation.
Even so, Paimon could never come up with a plan that cunning in a whole lifetime. Anyway, it's kind of a relief to see that Chisato has decided to set the Hiragi clan straight.
I agree. Stability in Inazuma benefits me as well. I wasn't about to pass up an opportunity to make less trouble for myself. Well, the fact is that I am first and foremost the Yashiro Commissioner. Perhaps for Master Matsura, power is his life's pursuit. But for me, nothing matters more than the stability of Inazuma. A stable nation is the prerequisite for a stable Yashiro Commission. Only then can the Kamisato clan and the other Yashiro Commission clans have a peaceful existence. But human desire will always be a factor in the equation. This is not the first situation of its kind, nor will it be the last. All I have tried to do is make sure the three parties to the Tri-Commission serve to restrain each other. Stasis is not the only form of stability. A balance of power leaving no room for maneuver achieves the same end. Another positive outcome is that everyone recognizes how important Lady Hiragi is now. I think I did her a sizable favor in that regard. Dealing with the Hiragi clan will be much easier for her than navigating a new and unfamiliar one.
There were so many things at play over this one wedding. Wait a second. You weren't trying to stop the wedding from the very beginning, were you?
I thought straight away it was bad timing. Nevertheless, everything I said to Hiragi Chisato was entirely sincere. If you choose to give up your stance on something once, you'll be having to compromise for the rest of your life. I didn't want to see her suffer because she didn't realize what she was getting into. Now, she has the chance to become her own person. Let's see who she becomes.
Wait 17 days.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
All right. Farewell, and profuse thanks to you both. I shall have to host you at the Kamisato estate when my sister is next available.
That was dumb.
Looks like everything's resolved. Masterfully done. Everything was perfect. Well, except for one minor detail. I somehow ended up with a glass of very peculiar tasting milk.
Milk. Didn't you like it? I distinctly remember you saying you are quite partial to exotic flavors.
Oh, my lord.
The Traveler had one of those as well.
I'm sure he's made a great impression on you.
The Traveler did indeed play a critical role in this case. I'm sure both families would have been more guarded against me had he and his companion not been present. It wouldn't have been so easy to get to the heart of the matter.
There you go again, my lord. Placing the focus on other people while discreetly performing your job to perfection.
Naturally. Ah, yes. Now that we're both free, let's finish off that game of chess we started a few days ago.
How dare he use me? That bitch. Holy crap, that took forever. I feel like that took my entire life.
Yeah, right?
Jesus Lord. I thought it was never gonna fucking end. I'm all for some terribly long fucking quests, but Jesus. That's way too damn long.
Osmanthus wine tasteth.
And on that note, I'm done. Done with Genshin. 2 hours and 43 minutes of Genshin. You have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Do take care. Peace out, love, and chicken grease.